everyone. Thanks a lot for staying with us. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Shivani Gupta. The Congress versus RSS debate has witnessed a sharp escalation today, with Congress chief Mallikarjun Kharge weighing in, echoing his son's long-repeated sentiments and publicly calling for a ban on the RSS. The remarks come on a day when India is celebrating Ekta Divas, remembering Sardar Patel. So the Congress chief invoked the Iron Man of India to further double down on the demand, claiming that Sardar Patel was always opposed to the RSS and therefore had banned it as well. Now, the renewed ban call has triggered a fresh political face-off, and as the Kharges step up the rhetoric, the larger question is the Congress stuck in a loop of the Sangh versus secular framing? And is it even working for the party anymore or working with the public anymore? The doom narrative that was spelled out by many in India upon Narendra Modi becoming Prime Minister hasn't quite panned out. People are no longer spooked of either the BJP or the RSS. So is such a move still relevant? The move to ban RSS? Is the Congress war on RSS purely a passé attempt at wooing minorities in India? Or is it a distraction today from the BJP questions on Patel versus Nehru? We'll take all that and more with our guest joining us in just a bit. But first up, let's decode exactly how Sardar Patel felt as far as the RSS is concerned. And there is no denying here that he had a rather mixed approach or a mixed view of the Sangh. He wasn't always very comfortable with Sangh activities since independence. So in February 1948, he had banned the RSS after Mahatma Gandhi's assassination and had found them problematic. He believed they had led to the circumstances that led to that ghastly tragedy. But months before that ban, Sardar Patel in late 1947 had acknowledged the RSS's assistance in helping citizens during the partition riots. He had stated, "No one can doubt that the RSS has served the Hindu society." In 1948, Sardar Patel had written a letter to the RSS chief claiming that the atmosphere created due to RSS activities was spreading, quote, communal poison in India. But the very same year, he had described RSS members as patriots. The following year, Sardar Patel declared that the government would not tolerate the RSS aim that he thought was to impose a Hindu Rajya or a culture by force. But later in an interview in 1949, Patel expressed that RSS members were brave, resourceful and courageous, that he aimed to utilize their positive qualities while eradicating the wrong ones. So there's no denying he wasn't always comfortable with them, and this is the question that the Congress is raising, that if you truly want to honor the legacy of Sardar Patel, then why doesn't the BJP today in power ban activities of the RSS? Now, it's true that the RSS was banned thrice in history, but each time it was under aggravating circumstances, and none of these bans lasted very long. They all were revoked soon after. So the first ban was imposed following Mahatma Gandhi's assassination in 1948 over suspected involvement and subsequent violence. However, the ban was lifted a year later after negotiations with Sardar Patel and also informal conditions. In 1975, RSS was one amongst many organizations that were banned during the emergency. They were banned for being involved in organizing protests against the then government. And the ban was lifted in 1977 when emergency was lifted. This was more political, and many other organizations had faced such action. Now, the RSS was also banned for a third time in 1992 after the demolition of Babri Masjid amid communal tensions and widespread protests. But then the ban was again lifted in 1993 after Justice Bari Commission found that this ban was unjustified. But by reiterating the ban demand time and time again, it has almost become a personal mission of Priyanka Kharge in Karnataka, and now his father, who's a Congress chief, mind you, has also echoed the same. Is the Congress flagging a dead horse? Here's why it may seem so. Remember, UPA was in power for 10 years. It didn't ban the RSS. So why is it asking for it only now? In fact, RSS today has more acceptability than it did in 2004, till the time UPA was in power. So ban demand has less resonance today than it ever did. Many Congress leaders themselves are uncomfortable with this RSS hate. We have witnessed shades of this in Karnataka itself. RSS focus also invites questions on ignoring Muslim organizations. Congress only furthers the charge that it ignores excesses by Muslim organizations or even furthers it. Congress has already earned the label of being anti-Hindu, quote-unquote. Remember, their own internal report had found that. And RSS hate only alienates more than it endears. After all, the minority vote is already with the Congress. And even there, this whole RSS ploy or bogey might have diminishing returns. Could then the RSS obsession backfire for the grand old party? Now, RSS in India is a symbol of rising decolonization movements. And mind you, these movements are not only gaining pace in India, but around the world. So this whole narrative against RSS seems to be against what is global trend today. RSS is also seen as a symbol of growing nationalistic pride and sentiment in the country. And nobody could say that's a bad thing. A key factor of this is the decline of legacy media, the rise of alternate media, and that alternate media is not as critical of the RSS today. Global decline and rejection of left ideologies has contributed to RSS appeal. Around the world, people have seen through leftist ideals that led to warped secularism in India, and many of them say they've had enough. Rise of a confident Hindu class that is associated with RSS today, they are less shy or reticent of supporting RSS openly. Cultural pride and civilizational identity, these are themes that are resonating with the youth of the country, unlike what some may want from the Gen Z. RSS public service is more visible, more acknowledged today because of rampant social media presence. And RSS has also consolidated its political outreach, especially towards the OBCs and Dalits, including minorities as well. One could argue there's been less success there, but they have reduced criticism of Hinduism being casteist. They have worked very hard on that image. So is the Congress repeatedly asking for a ban on RSS only flagging a dead horse? Why does it keep coming back as far as the Congress's demands are concerned? And will this RSS obsession backfire? That's the debate coming up.
Shri Devegowda ji had in fact written a scathing article against RSS saying it's very poisonous to the society, and Mr. Devegowda had asked for banning of RSS and ABVP.
When Patel himself banned for RSS, then naturally he is disrespecting.
The only contribution, and that's a negative contribution to the country which RSS has made, is Narendra Modi.
जिन लोगों ने भी राष्ट्रीय स्वयंसेवक संघ को समाप्त करने के बारे में सोचा भी है, उसका समूल नाश हो गया है।
All right, let's go across to our guest joining us, Dr. Pooja Tripathi, spokesperson of the Congress, R. Rajagopalan, senior journalist, Professor Sangeet Ragi, political analyst, leans towards the RSS, and Syed Asad Abbas, political analyst, is also joining us. R. Rajagopalan, I want to begin with you. Mallikarjun Kharge made an interesting point today that, the BJP is talking about Sardar Patel's legacy and so on and so forth, but Patel wasn't really very comfortable with the RSS. So if Patel had banned RSS, why doesn't the BJP look at it if they really want to follow in his footsteps?
Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge is echoing his son's ideas to divert the politics within the Congress in Karnataka. Mallikarjun Kharge wants to ensure to appease the Muslim community in Karnataka. That is why repeatedly attacking RSS. In Karnataka, the Congress is doomed. Congress is going to die in Karnataka because of their internal problems. To cover it up, Congress is flagging this. Second thing I ask you, India has produced 2 prime ministers from RSS, Swayamsevaks. And second thing, it's 100 years. Take it yesterday, what happened in Jammu Kashmir. One Rajya Sabha election has happened with the Congress help and PDP, NC, all help. One BJP MP has come from Jammu Kashmir. Things are changing. We are in a very fast society. My understanding is Congress should revise its stand because Congress has become an Indian Muslim League Congress. Therefore, they should rename their Congress culture, ensure that type of Rahul Gandhi utterances that India will become fire, bombshell. And for what else he said, nitrogen bomb, hydrogen bomb. These are all certain narratives which suit the left orientation. And Pranab Mukherjee attended RSS event in Nagpur. Such a politicians, those who have spent times in the Congress, they are having different views. Left ideology is dead. Congress is adopting what Prime Minister Narendra Modi said. He is adopting an urban Naxal attitude. Therefore, when the country is facing now March 2026, Prime Minister and Home Minister both said Naxalism will come to an end in India. So when that is also happening, why should Congress go to the history of 1948 and 47? They should look for 2047. Mr.
No, because
Mallikarjun Kharge,
the Congress could argue that it's the BJP also that keeps harping back to Nehru, right? In fact, let me take that to Dr. Pooja also.
Can Congress say about this to Muslim League or the another Christian missionaries? They only do it only for the Hindus. And moreover, India has attained that, 85% what Yogi Adityanath said is now coming relevant, 80-20 during UP elections in 2022. And Congress is repeating in 2025. My understanding is, I covered Congress, Shivani, from 1977 onwards. The way in which Congress has gone down, in 2029 के बाद Congress मर जाएगा, खत्म हो जाएगा Congress.
Okay. Well, those are very ominous words. But I want to ask Dr. Pooja this. Yes, you may be right. If Prime Minister Modi can talk about Sardar Patel, he can talk about Nehru's blunders. Why can't you, the Congress party, talk about what Sardar Patel actually felt about the Congress, about the RSS? And I think you have a point there. He wasn't really very comfortable with the RSS all through. There has been some attempts to show that he revoked the ban, so therefore he was comfortable. I don't think that it's quite there. But you also had Nehru inviting RSS cadre to Republic Day parade. You had Lal Bahadur Shastri, Congress PM, inviting RSS chief for an all-party meeting. Indira Gandhi inaugurated a memorial site on RSS invite. You had Pranab Mukherjee, who became the president later from your party, who also visited the RSS convocation. So it's not just what Patel felt, right? Several Congress leaders till today, till this date, have friendly relationships with the RSS or consider RSS a social organization that does a lot of good.
No, before I start, Shivani, I want to, with the huge respect of the journalistic credentials of Rajgopalanji, he called us Muslim League. Forgetting that RSS actually went on to form government in Northwest Frontier Province, Bengal and Sindh with Muslim League. Muslim League borrowed the two-nation theory from Savarkar. So
let's not do that. No. Dr. Pooja Tripathi, I didn't want to get into this, but that two-nation theory was not propagated by Savarkar first. It has been debunked. That whole theory has been debunked. Sir Syed Ahmed was the first one to propose that two-nation theory.
Savarkar gave the two-nation theory.
Savarkar is not related to RSS. You should also know that.
When he goes on to say urban Naxals, it was about the socioeconomic caste survey, which Pradhan Mantri has blackfired. And now government is actually. He actually listened to all your, Congress khatam ho jayegi. So please have some patience to listen to it.
Prime Minister said, I did not say. Prime
No,
Minister said in Lok Sabha.
Rajagopalanji, 1 second, let Pooja finish, please. Yes.
They went on to announce the socio-economic caste survey. We didn't say, and he went on to say, ye to urban Naxals ki demand hai. So please spare me on that. When you say Sardar Patel ji was uncomfortable, he was not uncomfortable. I want to read out the Home Ministry's notification. He said in the resolution of February 2, 1948, the government of India declared their determination to root out the forces of hate and violence that are work in the country and imperil the freedom of the nation and darken her fair name. In pursuance of this policy, Government of India has decided to declare unlawful the RSS in Chief Commissioner provinces. Similar action will be taken in the governor's provinces. Can RSS erase that, Gandhiji's assassination? Justice Kapoor has made a note that it was a final expression of long cherished hostility. And why was ban lifted? May I ask? He said you have to draft the constitution, you have to get rid of your secrecy, you have to respect the national flag and constitution. This was the same RSS that burned the copies of constitutions, called Ambedkar Lilliput. They went on to not unfurl the tricolour for 53 years at their headquarters. This is the RSS. There's a huge problem.
No, but can I just come in? Pooja, I keep hearing this from Congress leaders, Priyanka Kharge being one of them recently, that, RSS didn't accept the national flag or the constitution. there are people in India, even elected representatives of a certain faith, who refuse to sing the national anthem. There are other religious organizations in India who will not unfurl the national flag or sing the national anthem or the national song. Will the Congress call them anti-national also? You jump into defense for them?
Coming to that, there's been huge hoopla around RSS being a social organization, cultural.
No, answer my question. No, one second. Before I go to social, you didn't answer my two questions. My first question to you was... One second, ma'am, one second. My first question to you was, Sardar Patel may have been uncomfortable with the RSS. There are other Congress leaders and your top leaders who have accepted the RSS. And what was said in 1948, can it still be the benchmark in 2024? That was first question. Secondly, you can't brush aside this assertion that RSS didn't accept national flag. What about elected representatives from national state assemblies, even parliament, who refuse to sing the national anthem till today in India, saying that it is against their religion?
I ask you, who are these? Who are these?
These are elected representatives from UP assembly that are in news all the time.
They refuse to sing the national anthem. I think action should be taken. Every Indian is proud.
But you don't call them anti-national. You defend them, the Congress party.
Organization which has not been registered. I'm sorry, they don't have audit books, they don't have a membership certificates, nothing. These people have not registered, they don't pay taxes, and this huge hoopla ki ye, only cultural organizations. And don't we know that the ban was lifted to hide their secrecy? They have not been registered. The ban was lifted, you'll respect the tricolor and Constitution of India. They didn't do that. The ban was lifted, you'll not engage in political activities. They don't do that. And look at, and why just
all of these, one second, all of these Muslim organizations that support the Congress party, right? The Deobans, the Ulemas, the masjids, the mosques, all of these committees, they pay taxes? Their activities are not hidden?
RSS,
they don't indulge in political activities in India?
Cultural organizations, you and me know that. When a Pradeep Kurolkar, who is a director of DRD, goes on to pass the sensitive information to Pakistan, he was an active member of RSS.
So you could find many members of other organizations who have betrayed the country. How is that a logical argument?
That's what when Kharge ji and when...
No, so that brings me to my other question. That brings me to the other question that I asked, that the moment you harp about the RSS, all the focus on RSS, the question that will be asked is, why are you so soft on other activities and other, organizations? In fact, those who eventually turned out to be terrorist organizations, under whose agencies and AGs did they flourish? And who makes intellectual cover fire for their activities? Sangeet Ragi, please come in.
Shivani, I think that now time has come not to lend ears to, the lunatic minds or the kind of narrative that is coming from the Italian National Congress. I don't consider it at Indian National Congress. I always now come Italian National Congress.
Shivani. I object to it.
This is the Congress which takes inspiration from George Soros. This is the Congress party which senior members go to Pakistan and appeal them how to dislodge the Modi government. This is the Congress party which goes to United States of America and other place where the senior leader of the Congress party and the first family of the Congress party says, why don't you interfere into the business of democracy of this country? Number one. Number two, Congress has been basically turned out to be the centripetal force of the anti-national forces working in this country. Remember my point and mark my point. This is the Congress party which doesn't want the Bangladeshi infiltrators, which are Muslims, to be thrown back into Bangladesh. That is why it brought in IMDT Act. This is the Congress party which has given shelter and protection to the Rohingya Muslims. The Muslim countries do not accept the Rohingyas, but Indian National Congress is very much... This is the Congress party which goes against the NCR and CEA. This is the Congress party which goes against the religious conversion in this country, those Gandhi wanted against it. And what to tell about Nehru? This is the Congress party. Even Patel had a very, not very good, had no faith in Nehru at all. And he didn't like Nehru. It was a compulsion. Look at the letter of Patel against Nehru. He had resigned when Gandhi was alive. On what question? On the issue of Kashmir. Because the Kashmiri, he claimed himself to be Kashmiri Brahmin and belonging to Kashmir, and therefore he wanted to handle the file of Kashmir. He didn't want to send it into the hands of Sardar Patel. And in protest, Sardar Patel resigned. And he had to finally Gandhi came in between to make a conciliation between the two. So this is the Congress party. Today, I think that it is the Congress party which is not thinking in the interest of this nation. This is the Congress party which has become the center of gravity of all anti-national activities in this country. That is why they stand for the PFI. They were against POTA. They were the one who opposed POTA, and that became, the galvanizing point in 2004 elections.
Okay.
Remember those. POTA were sanctioned against, POTA were used against whom? The anti-national forces. This is the Congress party which opposed any kind of, operation against the Naxals, which were working against the Indian state, and Rahul Gandhi championed this cause. So now you can understand why they want. Because RSS is a nationalist force. This stands as an obstacle against the anti-Indian activities of the Congress party.
Okay. But I will come back to you. Sangeet Ragi, I will come back to you on the questions that are raised on the RSS always. Didn't really participate in the freedom struggle, did not accept the national constitution or the national flag. I'll come back to you on that. I
don't think, Shivani, there is need to answer these questions. Somebody can say that the Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru divided this nation. One can accuse Pandit Nehru. On 15 August 1948, see the letter of Lord Mountbatten. He is writing that, on my recommendation, you sent the issue of the Kashmir to Security Council. It was a betrayal to the nation. That was a Gaddari to the nation. Who did it? Who did it?
Okay.
The files are tumbling out today, and the real face of the Congress party comes out there.
Pooja ji, I'll come back to you.
What was RSS doing in civil disobedience movement? What was RSS doing in the Quit India movement, siding with British, writing letters?
Dwarka Prasad Mishra has extensively written about the role of Pandit Nehru in his memoirs.
Sangeet Ragi have all these RSS credentials, all this RSS, and when he goes on to malign the name of my party, from Indian National Congress to Talent Congress,
I have no moral repugnation. I have no moral compunction in being saying.
You participate in
I have no moral compunction. I don't carry two passports. I don't carry two passports. I don't consult George Soros how to go against the Indian interest.
Okay,
I don't consult Pakistani agent in United States of America.
Okay. Can I just come in? Pooja ji, I want you to give your adequate time. Like this, neither of you are going to be heard, but I'm going to come back to both of you. 1 second. Ma'am, I'm going to come back to you. Syed hasn't spoken. Syed Asad Abbas, this entire debate has reignited in Karnataka, where you come from. Mallikarjun Kharge has been on a one-man mission to get RSS activities banned or government employees from participating in RSS activities banned, use of government machinery, not machinery, but government places, that come under the government. To some extent, you could argue whether that is justified or not. Some of those bans existed, they have been lifted, etc. But, Karnataka is also the state where for year after year, the previous avatar of the Congress government kept making excuses for PFI crimes, for PFI excesses, for the fact that PFI was, at the very least, a separatist kind of organization, and at its worst, a terrorist organization. It has since been banned by the MHA. But how does the Congress, convince anyone that this RSS concern is purely in the name of nationalistic principles or secularism, while you turned a blind eye and you were revoking cases against PFI officials?
Shivani ji, a request to my dear panelists. I've come last into the debate. I've been patient for 20 minutes. Please allow me 2 minutes. Thank you. Coming to the point that you've raised with respect to Karnataka, my state. Let me tell you, Shivani, it was my Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Siddaramaiah, the tallest leader of Karnataka, to ask for a ban on PFI. And it's there, the record stays united on all fronts of the media. As a matter of fact, those who understand, I'm sure you do understand, and my panelists, those who understand the dynamics of a PFI or an SDPI, they actually vote into the vote bank of the Congress party. So therefore, an addition of a PFI or an SDPI is a loss to the Congress party and not to the BJP. They help in polarizing votes. Next point, Sangeet Ragi ji made a point that Indian Muslim Congress, respected star, I stay come from the state of Karnataka. If Congress party was only for Muslims, my Vokkaliga brothers would not have voted for Congress. Lingayat would not vote for Congress. Kuruba would not vote for Congress. Ahinda brothers would not vote for Congress. The fact that out of 224 seats in Karnataka, 135 mammoth victory was won by the Congress party is testimony to the fact. Also, sir, you mentioned about Congress leaders going to Pakistan. Yes, Narendra Modi was a Congress leader who went to Pakistan to meet Nawaz Sharif and have biryani. LK Advani was a Congress leader who went to his place where he was born in Pakistan. It's easy to say this way. The fact is, sir, today I, as a citizen of India, question you, sir, why are you till date not a registered body? You celebrated centenary celebrations, great, sir. Over 100 years, still you're not registered. Why? Let me take this show and condemn on your show, Shivani ji. Let it be Congress, BJP, any party. Those who don't sing the national anthem or the national song must be condemned and anti-national.
But the Congress doesn't do it.
Just 30 seconds, Shivani ji.
It's convenient to ignore them.
Just
To
30
say
seconds.
ignore
30
it, it's not a
seconds.
big deal.
30 seconds, Shivani ji. I really appreciate. Thank you so much. The fact is, for more than 50 years, the RSS did not raise the Indian flag. If their ban was revoked on three conditions, that they will accept the constitution, they will not burn the constitution, they will accept the Indian flag, raise the Indian flag. Also, they were brought in on a condition that they will not affiliate themselves into politics. But we see RSS always supporting the BJP, which is the truth. Also, there will be no violence or secrecy on that front. Now, the final point in 10 seconds. Their ally, Mr. Deve Gowda, himself said RSS is a poison to the society, venom to the society. He wrote a scathing letter to the Prime Minister's office to ban the RSS. But today, they have a Mahagathbandhan, BJP, JDS in Karnataka.
Can I ask you one question? Can I ask you one question? I'll take your question to Sangeet Ragi. But can I ask you,
Yes, please.
do you
Yes, please,
think
Shivani ji.
Muslims in India, all they want from Congress is that you ban the RSS and they will be pleased? They don't expect anything else? The aspirations of Muslims in India is just confined to ban. Of course, Dr. Pooja, these rhetoric about RSS banning, who is it for?
I will answer that, Shivani ji.
Okay, let Syed Asad Abbas come in, because it seems if you can call many statements by the BJP leaders quote unquote dog whistling. RSS banning and RSS hating can also be considered dog whistling from Muslim vote. Let Syed Asad Abbas come in and then you come in.
Shivani ji, I'm glad you've asked a very important, a difficult and a pointed question to me. And with all my heart, without any bias to any party, let me answer that. I do have friends of my RSS, let me tell you. Very dear friends who are member of parliament, some of them even ministers. Let me tell you, be it an RSS, be it any organization, if they are working in the interest of nationalism, if they are working in the interest of unity, if they are working for the cohesion of Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai, I will stand by them and salute them.
You didn't answer my question. Does it appeal to Muslim voters if the Congress makes the rhetoric on RSS ban? And is this sufficient? Or do they want more?
Shivani ji, Muslims have their own voice. They don't need a Congress to take their voice. Congress can do their own politics.
They don't need the Congress to take their voice? Of course, you need political representation, right? Then why do you ask the Congress to give a political representation?
Shivani ji, the Muslims in India have existed even before the birth of Congress by Alan Octavian Hume. So we as a community will stand by a Matrabhumi, our Hupul Watan, which is India, and that is sacrosanct. Congress BJP comes later.
Okay,
so
I have limited time, so let me bring in Sangeet Ragi and then the other two panelists as well. Yes, Sangeet Ragi, the questions about why RSS did not accept the Indian constitution, the national flag, they don't go away. And maybe it's time for the RSS to explain why it didn't do so, why it has done so now. Where does it stand? There's no harm in it.
Shivani, I think that he need to enlighten himself. RSS never rejected the Indian constitution. And right from the beginning, on the 15th August and 26th of January, the RSS used to hoist a national flag. On
That's a
our
lie,
Saka,
Shivani.
you used
Lie
to
being
do
propagated
it
on your
right
show.
from the beginning.
There is documented history,
Number
sir.
three,
Please read
allow
Vallabhbhai
me,
Patel.
allow me,
Please, there
sir.
is an official
Allow me,
document of
allow me,
Vallabhbhai
sir.
Patel,
The
Home Minister
Muslim
of the
community,
nation,
the
highest man
Muslim
of India,
community do
has said
not
it.
stand
Shivani,
by
don't allow him to
Matri
Okay,
Bhumi.
one second. Let
That
me
is
hear
why
what he's
they
saying.
divided
He's
this
giving an
nation.
answer to your questions. Let me hear what he's saying. Let the viewers judge whether it's right or not. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, third point, Muslim, when they say that they stand by the, the Matri Bhumi, I remember Patel, that don't ride two horses. Just few days back you opted for Pakistan, and now don't talk about Islamism in this country. This
Who is
was
talking
what
about
Patel had
Islamism?
said about Muslims
Pakistan is a
representative in
terror
this country.
nation,
Sir,
sir.
one second.
Muslim
Say it
divided
not like
this
this.
nation. This is
Say
a
it not like
reality.
this. One second, one second.
Listen to me.
One second.
Listen to me.
I have limited time. Please
Majority of your community,
What
majority of the
majority? What are you
Muslims
saying?
believe in
You're hate
pan-Islamism.
mongering on your show.
Majority
One
of
second.
them,
Please don't allow
majority
this
of them, they
hate
divided
mongering.
this nation.
Okay, one second.
Muslim
Listen,
divided
Syed,
this
you
nation,
want to have
and their
a
mindset
discussion
is
on
not
the
changed
RSS.
yet. The
Uncomfortable questions
mindset
will
of
also come
Muslims
up on the
haven't
other side.
changed.
Please, let's not
They
act
did
holier
vote
than thou.
jihad.
Okay, one
No,
second.
it's
One
not
second.
a
Professor
holier
Sangeet.
cow. Nobody. We are living in an India where nobody can call out कि Muslims मातृभूमि का concept नहीं समझते. What bullshit is this? And I think this should be called out. You
No,
may
you
have
can
an
call it
answer.
out. You can call it out for
They
all you care.
don't go by the concept
One
of
second,
Matri
Professor
Bhumi. They
Sangeet
don't
Ragi,
go.
one by one,
You
please.
please go and
Dr.
read the
Pooja,
literature.
you can call it out. I don't
Go
have a
and
problem
read
with
the
that.
literature of.
But let
Go
him
and
have his say
read
and
the
counter it.
literature of Islam.
One second.
Go and read.
Professor
read
Sangeet Ragi, I'll have to lower your
every day.
fader now. Pooja
You
Tripathi.
don't teach
Only
me.
Pooja, please. Only Pooja's fader on.
You know, community being called out, everybody should have a problem with that. India, the diversity of India is the richness of India. And we are proud of a secular fabric. Any panelist, be it an RSS ideologue, be it an BJP ideologue, Congress ideologue, nobody has a right to call a community saying they don't have the concept of Matrubhumi.
Okay, one second. Some shave their head. One second, ma'am, 1 second, please. Let the foot be on the other shoe, shoe be on the other foot. Some shave their head, wear gerua and spread hatred. Do you know who said that? Mallikarjun Kharge. Hindutva is dividing India. Shashi Tharoor. People have committed rape wearing saffron. Digvijay Singh of the Congress, former chief minister. BJP and RSS enabling terror training camps, never proven. Sushil Kumar Shinde. Why is every Hindu terrorist a Sanghi? Digvijay Singh. And P. Chidambaram. Saffron
Let me
terror.
ask you this.
He coined the term saffron terror and said many implicated in the blast. None of them have been implicated. So please, let's not talk about attacking only one community. The Congress is guilty of attacking the Hindu community as well. Your own internal report found you anti-Hindu.
Swayamsevak was passing information to Pakistan. He was a Sanghi.
Yeah.
Anand Raju in his suicide note has actually mentioned that he was raped, he was sexually assaulted in RSS shakas, RSS camps from the age of 4.
So is this the only crime that happens in context of a religious organization? You don't talk about any crime. Most of the ISI modules that are being busted in India till today, they have Muslim names. You don't highlight that. Are they being busted till today or not?
You are actually defending Pradeep Kurulkar. I am amazed at this.
No, you are just doing whataboutery now. You are not accepting that if there's going to be a lens on one community and one organization, there's going to be a lens on other organizations as well. That's all I am saying. They may be bad and good in everywhere.
Information. And I think everybody should have a problem with it.
So people should not have a problem when you associate rape with saffron. Your party doesn't have a problem.
Can I come in here? I need to come in here.
This is outrageous.
How is this outrageous?
You have every right to defend RSS.
I'm not defending RSS. I'm defending saffron, which is associated with the Hindu community.
But I take a strong disagreement when a panelist calls out the whole community.
So what was this? What was this? People have committed rape wearing saffron. This was not a panelist on a debate. This was your leader.
So your panelist on a debate is your panelist.
This is your leader. Answer for him.
You have the right to call out as somebody who...
You can call him out. But I'm just saying, let the Congress party not act holier than thou, that it has not conflated communities with crime in India. You have. And maybe that is why the Congress's coin went down a little bit in Indian politics. I began by saying this, that warped secularism in India is one of the reasons people are fed up with this liberal ideal. I want to give final 30 seconds to R. Rajagopalan. R. Rajagopalan, final 30 seconds.
2014, 2019, 2024, the people of India, voters of India have rejected Congress ideology. They termed Congress as an Indian Muslim League supporting party, and they are supporting only PIFF. That is why father and son are doing this anti-RSS campaign. What mother and son did fail, now father and son doing to save the government in Karnataka.
Okay, I'll leave it at that. I've run out of time. I do thank all of our guests for joining us.